This is early childhood specialists that are in the room. So this one I want you to do for me. I'm going to sing a very simple song. And I want to know if you can respond and if you use this song. Are you ready? But this one will require you to find one partner. So look for a partner. Be sure that your partner is your partner, because you can be thinking that the person is your partner and the person is looking at somebody else as their own partner. Are you sure you have a partner? Ask your partner, partner, are you my partner? Because I think you are my partner, but I must be sure you are my partner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so tell your partner, partner, do your hand like this. And when I say, and this song that I'm about to sing, I want to know how you feel about it. So if you are ready, tell me, partner, are you ready? What did your partner say? All right. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Did you get it? No, not like this. Oh, that's the way to do it. Are you ready? This one, listen, this is partnership. My amazing sister, Mrs. Yinka Ogunde, just spoke about partnership so this one is partnership. If you are doing it by yourself, solopreneur, you'll be clapping your own hands. But when you're doing it partner to partner collaboration, you will be clapping each other's hands. Are you ready? Ask your partner, partner, are you ready? So now look in your partner's eyes, lovingly, and sing. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now if you can hug, if you can have whatever you can do, celebrate your partner.
Father, we thank you.
Celebrate your partner. And then, just as you're sitting down, find a way to please help me celebrate my sister. For many years, I've been calling her my twin sister. She is a true visionary, someone who has left not only the shores of Nigeria to show the world on a global stage just how excellence can be multiplied. To run one child care center in the United Kingdom, I'm sure must be one of the most challenging things. This incredible Amazon, this incredible entrepreneur, has not only been able to do one, but she's been able to multiply over 15 child care centers. Today, she has founded what is a global movement to bring child care, early education, child care to the forefront of the education thinking, strategy, policy. Please help me, if you can, to arise from your feet and help me celebrate. Whilst you're still standing, can I share one little secret with you? Now, listen to this, guys. Can you take it down, please? The word appreciate has two meanings in English. The first meaning of the word appreciate is to express gratitude. Gratitude is a feeling, it's a state of the heart. Appreciation is an act from the heart. Does that make sense? But the word appreciate also is used to define increase in value. So you say shares, stocks have appreciated, land has appreciated. Many of you even have gold that appreciates. So you realize that these two words, or this word appreciate, has these two meanings. And the truth about it is that anything you appreciate in the life of someone will actually grow in value in your own life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, how you guys have been in Nigeria for probably all your lives, as I have. How many times have you seen a conference jam-packed, overflow, on a Saturday rainy morning. Now, have you seen it before? Now, how many of you have come into a place that is hired, a place like this, and you will not be charged for it? And you are told to learn. They're going to provide you with all the amenities. Now, listen to this. I know you're still standing. Just bear with me one more minute. Don't you realize that there is a grace on this woman? And if you understand that, you know that the moment you celebrate her, the grace multiplies over your life. So if you are one of those who would like to organize a conference one day, or you are somebody that would like to go and organize a conference in another country, or you would like your own platform to also go global, then all you need to do is seize the moment and shout. And as you are shouting, something is growing in your life. Just one last one. Last year we had commissioners, special assistants, special advisors. This year we have the one, the only Mrs. Yinka Ogunde, such a legend in the industry. How many of you would like to be able to attract the biggest speakers to your conference? You know what to do. All you have to do is appreciate somebody else who's doing it. CP, as I call her, Caroline Popola, is such a special person. And if you will sit down for a moment, I want to show you one last thing. Just so you know how special the visionary behind this is, I would like to know how many people came from the UK to support her on this journey. I want us to appreciate all our UK delegates, all our UK delegates. Listen to this. This is Dr. Chibuzo Uwadi. She's a specialist, and unfortunately I might not be able to do this for everybody. She's a specialist optometrist. She is a vision specialist. So she's not just eye care, but she's vision care. So if your vision is like, some people can see, but they don't have vision. She does both ends of it. Now, she flies only business class. Sorry. Last week, she was in Dubai receiving one of the highest awards from one of the princes of Dubai. Last weekend, though, today she is here in Nigeria. Did Caroline pay for your tickets to come?
No.
Now listen to this. I said that for a reason. That is the kind of woman that she is. She has the ability to attract leaders who will be committed to a cause. And if you want that to happen for you, all you have to do Is somebody here connecting with me? My job is really just to be able to help to flag off the conversations that we're going to be having. But I don't know whether Damilare, is the video ready? Okay. I want to show you a little video of a project that we did called Project Raise. Somebody say with me, Raise. No, come on, please now respond to me. And RAISE is an acronym for Revive Academic Excellence in Our Schools and Educational Institutions. And RAISE came out in 2005 after I was in my office and I was just reading the newspapers, and the headline for that particular day was 86.4% of students that sat for NECO failed. They wrote there that 1,018,000 students sat for NECO, and 864 or 66,000 of them did not make 3 subjects as well as maths and English. I was about to flip the page when I heard in my spirit, that is not a number. Those are shattered dreams.
Yes, sir.
And for a moment, I was overwhelmed by the pain of those children, each one of them. But that was not all. I was also overwhelmed by the pain of their parents and their loved ones. And then I looked at how many teachers had invested their lives in these children, only for these children to not be able to accomplish their dreams, at least at that attempt. And I just started to weep. And God said to me, why are you crying at something that I have called you to solve? I thought, solve? I don't have any, I'm not an educationist. I'm a management consultant. I work for the banking sector. This is what I do. And God said something to me that I don't want any of you to forget. He said, for every child whose dream is shattered, they will become a nightmare to somebody else's life. You shatter their dreams, they will come and shatter your own. And at that moment, I said, what would you have me do? Truly, ladies and gentlemen, for 3 days, I did not leave my office that day. Luckily for me, I had a bathroom that was embedded and suite in my office. They were bringing my clothes from me, and I began to receive a 38-page download of something that we could do to fix education. And I got 17 pillars that we needed to fix. A vision was given for each one of those pillars. And by the time we were done, it became clear that we could build Nigeria into a center for academic excellence at some point in time in our course of our lifetime. The question was, which generation will accept the responsibility to do it? I feel an energy in this room. I'm not sure why, but I feel an energy like there are some people here who say, listen, yes, if I had the opportunity, I would travel abroad, but I have a feeling that I was also born in this country not by accident. That there is a reason why I am here for such a time as this. And I don't know if that generation is in this room. The generation of the leaders who will raise leaders. Oh, sorry, I'm just not sure. Are they in this room? And they are the ones that are saying, while I am here, I will do what I can with what I have right here, right now. And we will plant the seeds that will germinate into greatness and future. And I pray that God will bless the works of your hands. But more than that, I pray that God will bless the seeds from your loins and your womb. Let me be clear. You cannot plant potato and reap tomato. Which means you cannot try to help another person's child become a leader and your own will be left behind. I want you to understand that education is not a profession, it's a ministry. It is the one thing that when you do, God does not only reward you in heaven, he rewards you on earth. And then he will reward generations upon generations upon generations upon generations. If you're one of the people who understand that what I'm saying to you is not a prayer, you are already living in it. I want you to please find a way to once again appreciate every teacher that is right beside you. Let them know that there is greatness coming from your loins. All right. One of the projects that we did in Project Raise, and I'm going to please acknowledge some of the people that are still here. One of the things that we did with Project Raise is a video you're about to watch. My big sis, Mrs. Yinka Ogunde. Hold on. Pause it. Mrs. Yinka Ogunde has been working on this journey for many years. I am not yet happy with the way we appreciated her when she finished her course, her speaking. I haven't yet heard so much of a hugely passionate speaker at an educational conference, and I've been to many. So I want us to take this one quick moment to appreciate this great, incredible leader. Remember, the way you appreciate is the way you will be appreciated. Thank you very much. God bless you. As part of the work for Project Raise, I wrote a book called 17 Secrets of High-Flying Students. When I wrote that book, it took me about 12 days to actually do the penning down of the book. I started on December 26, 2005, and I finished on January 6, 2006. But it took us 9 months to perfect the book. There were 28 people who were working on that book every day in different ways. By the time we finished the book, we sent the book in to the printers, and they charged me 960,000 naira to print 500 copies. Well, to cut the long story short, they sent me 501 copies, one extra than what I ordered. And as I received it, I knelt down to pray on the books, and I heard in my spirit, give out all 500. I immediately started to rebuke the devil. 9 months of my life, paying people just, almost $1 million naira, 2006, guys. Not now. So I started, I was whacking the devil, waka to you. And I heard God say to me, you know that is not the devil. What he said to me that I said, he says, the devil can never do two things. He will not, even as a joke, he will not tell you to give your life or your things, because he knows that what you give will always come back to you more. So I said, okay, what do I do now? So I started giving out some of the books. And I started hearing stories about how people were telling me that the book was changing the lives of their children and their results. In fact, I think it was partly the book that brought Mrs. Ogunde and I together, because my little Aburo had received a copy of the book, and he was doing incredible things in his life. One of the things I did was I packaged 36 copies of the book, put it in a box, and I sent it to 36 governors. I didn't know them. I didn't try to follow up. After I had given out all the books, I had one copy in my office and one copy in the house, and I thought my job was done. So I focused on my business, management consulting for the banking sector. One of my clients is Intercontinental Bank, or was Intercontinental Bank at that time. And as I went in to have a meeting with the lady who is in charge of the customer management strategy for Intercontinental Bank, she said to me, Fela, I hear you have this amazing book that is changing the lives of children everywhere. I said, oh, thank you so much. She said, no, it's not thank you I want a copy. I said, well, I'm so sorry. I have given out all the copies. I printed only 500 and I've given all out. And the moment that I said I had given all out, I heard the Spirit of God say to me, you have one left. How many copies did I tell you that was printed and given to me? 501. How many copies was I given instruction to give out? And I told you I still had one in the house and one in the office. So do you realize that it was true? I had only given out 499. To cut the long story short, as I heard you have one copy left, the lady said to me, do you not even have one copy left? So now by the mouth of two witnesses, I knew I had to do something. So I called the office, asked them to bring the one in the office for me. And as I gave it to the lady said to me, oh my God, you see, this is the kind of thing we should be giving out to our children that have accounts with us, not this one that we give them umbrella in the time of Harmattan. And then she asked me, how much is the book? Remember, I have not sold any, so I don't know how much it is. But one thing I remembered was that 500 copies cost me 960,000, which almost wraps up to about 2,000 naira. And in my spirit, I kind of like quickly said by the leading, 2,500 naira. And the lady said to me, only? If you see how I was eyeing the Holy Spirit like, she said to me, can I have 5,000 copies? I said, 5,000 copies? She said, yes. I said, you know, this is the only one left right now. She said, but you can reprint. I said, well, I will, but she said, if you will send me an invoice today, we will give you 70%. That evening, they credited my account with 7.5 million naira out of 12.5 million. I was still basking in the awe when all of a sudden I received a call the next morning from the secretary or the PA to the MD of Fidelity Bank, who was somebody I had also gifted the book to. He said, Oga said I should ask you that, do you have more copies of that book you gave to him a while ago? I said, no, we don't have. He said, are you going to print? Say yes. Oga says he wants 1,000 copies. He said the child that he gave that book to, the child has completely just become an A-star student. So they said, please, your account, is it this number? I said, yes. They credited my account that morning with 2.5 million naira, meaning all was paid for. Later that evening, I got a call from my big sis, Mrs. Denry Agbaje. She said, Fela, that's your book that you gave to me. Do you still have a copy left? I said, no. Well, she said, I wanted to show it to my husband because I've been telling him about what it is we gave to the kids that caused them to transform. He said, well, anyway, don't worry, I'll come back to you. She called me back a little bit later. So her husband said he doesn't need to see the book. GT Bank will pay for 2,000 copies. So now we had gone from 5,000 to 8,000 copies order in 24 hours. Are you listening? So I'm looking for where to be able to print 8,000 copies. And the next thing, I get a call from the governor of Oyo State at that time. And he says, can I come to Ibadan on the next Tuesday? So I went to Ibadan. I didn't know what he wanted to meet with me about. When I got there, he said to me, have we met before? I said, no. He says, do I know you? I said, no. Well, I know of you, sir, but I don't. He said, I just want you to know, you sent me a book by DHL. My ADC took that book home and gave it to one of my children. The child used to be at about the back of the class. Says, but in one term, the child moved to the middle of the class. By the next term, the child moved to the top of the class. He said, I was trying to still figure out what was going on when her junior sister came to meet me and said, Daddy, you don't have to ever worry about me again. He said, they're saying, what is going on? He said, they went to go and bring this book. I saw your name for the first time. He said, now, you know what I said? I said, if this book can do this for my own children, then I want the book for all the children that are going to sit for NECO. How many children are going to sit for NECO? Commissioner of Education, how many children are sitting for NECO? He said 48,150 copies. He said, I want a book for all 48,000. And how many teachers are teaching there? They said 5,000 teachers. I said, yes, add that too. So Oyo State placed an order in one day for 53,000 copies of the book. I did not charge them more than I charged Intercontinental or GT Bank. I didn't say because it was government. I wasn't trying to make money from them. Now, I don't know if anybody understands where I have gone now. Have you learned anything from this message? Does anybody remember where I started my journey from? In 2005, it was NECO students that failed that caused me to try to solve a problem that was not my own. In 2008, on the day that Oyo State placed the order, the total order came to 125 million naira. That day, naira was 125 naira to $1. So that was the first time in my life I ever made $1 million. Was I trying to make money? Sorry, now talk to me. Was I trying to make money? Was I trying to solve a problem? I want you to understand that it is impossible for you to try to solve a problem and God will not reward you. It may not happen when you solve the problem. It may not happen where you solve the problem. But I want to promise you on behalf of God that none of you that are laboring to help other people's children will ever go in vain. Your labor will not be in vain. Please put your hand together and just honor my big sis, Mrs. Ronkashoyombo. Thank you. Come on, please put your hands together. She's a former special assistant to the governor of Lagos State in Lagos and also in Ogun State. Have you seen that before? Where somebody is not only in one state, she is multi-stated. If you want that kind of anointing in your life, you know what to do, Abi. Okay. Now, when we decided to do this, I heard in my spirit, God said, but you know that the children of Oyo State are not going to be like the same children of Intercontinental that have accounts. So I want you to train them on how to be able to use the book. I said, train them, say yes. Oyo State did not buy training, no. God said, but I want you to do it. 48,000 students, yes. Every 10 naira we spend on any child is 480,000 naira. That we spend 10 naira. And God said to me, I don't just want you to train them, I want you to make sure that all of them are wearing the same kind of t-shirt. I said, t-shirt? He said, yes. Why? He said, because I don't want one child to come from a privileged home and sit next to another child whose uniform is torn. And the child that their uniform is torn is looking down on themselves. So I want you to cover all of them with my glory, but my glory will look in form of a t-shirt. So each t-shirt is 70 naira, do the math. Not only that, he says, I want you to get them notepads. Notepads, every child, say yes, and pen. And I want you to feed every child. Feed every child, said yes, and it must be rice and chicken. Rice and chicken, 48,000 students, said yes. Said that's not all. I want you to give them water. Water, say yes, and it cannot be pure water. It must be bottled water. I said, God, why are you taking all the money that you gave me? He said it was never about the money in the first case. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to watch is a 3-minute clip that will show you exactly what happened at that time. People came together to support this project, and we were able to see the children that sat for NECO in 2009, Oyo State. Previously, the ranking of Oyo State amongst the League of States showed that Oyo was ranking 28 in maths amongst 36 states and 23 in English. The students that we taught in the video you are going to see, when their results came out, the governor of Oyo State called me and said, Fela, I want you to hear what I have just received. He read to me a letter from Professor Promise Okpala, the Director General of NECO, who said that Oyo State's children went from normally 28 in maths to 4th in maths. And then they went from 23 in English to 3rd in English. And that was not only all, that the thing that really blew his mind was that Oyo State's children that sat for that exam had the lowest number of exam malpractice in the history of NECO. So not only did the children pass, they did not cheat. We trained 48,000 students in 10 days over 22 centers in Oyo State. You are about to watch it with your own eyes, and I will tell you why I'm telling you the story as I bring it to a close. At one time in this nation, we had people who knew what was right from what was wrong. And we had a value.
My relationship with Fela Durotoye dates back maybe 10, 12 years ago. Fela Durotoye is an icon of possibility. Fela Durotoye is a man who believes that if you can think it, you can make it happen. Time and time again, he kept spinning off projects that sounded like this should be government business, not our business. But his capacity to convince us that we are government is something I consider amazing. I remember Project RAISE. By the way, it's an acronym for Revive Academic Excellence in Schools and Educational Institutions. But RAISE is a vehicle to delivering a new nation. The goal was to say, you know what, how do we sell the why of academic excellence to a child? You don't have to pass exam because your father wants you to pass exam. You want to pass exam because you have a why. And getting teachers to look beyond just being teachers to being custodians. So there was the teachers' mental transformation, there was the students' mindset reprogramming. So we went to Oyo State, liaised with the Ministry of Education. Within 2 or 3 weeks, we were able to cover 17 local governments and about 48,000 students. And the beautiful part about the project was the fact that the result is there to show. Oyo State moved from 20-something in their ranking to either number 3 or number 4 after the next WAEC, just immediately after the intervention. The fulfillment is that we made a contribution to the educational transformation of Nigeria. And that I give that credit to Fela Durotoye.
I would have asked you to appreciate me, but I'm not the one who did that. Number one, it wasn't my idea. Number two, I'm sure you noticed that there were people who were young people that were running those projects all across the 17 local governments of Oyo State at that time. They are the people that I'm going to say, if you would like to be able to have a project like this, you know what to do. Let me bring my thoughts to a close. Please come. It happens. There is never a time that I tell this story, there's not one person in the crowd that would say I was there. Please come. Okay, you want to touch that? It's okay. Come. Go ahead.
I was in Oyo State. I read the book, though I didn't do NECO at that year. One of my schoolmates brought the book, and I read it. And one thing that struck me was proper preparation. When you don't prepare very well, if you prepare very well, it will prevent poor performance. And sincerely, I've been following Fela since that time. And that book, I can't forget because I was even looking for it for someone. There's a child I wanted to give that book to, but I could not find it. It was just my schoolmates that brought it, but that book transformed my life. And sincerely speaking, when I was sitting down there, I was just like, wow, that book was a lot. I learned the benefits of having good friends. Just at that time, I was in SS1, I guess, but I had a very good result when I finished. I knew what I wanted. I went to school, university, I knew what I wanted, and I went for it. And now, I am glad I did. Thank you, sir.
This is one of the things that happens to me that I cannot buy with money. Sometimes I'm at the airport and I would see a lady who will come and carry me off the ground. And I'm trying to shake, I'm thinking, and she says, you don't know what you did in the life of my child. Let me reassure you
that your effort will not be in vain. The parents may not appreciate you immediately, but God is the father of every child. God has no grandchildren. Every child is his child, and he knows how to reward the ones that train his child. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me bring this to a close. Anambra State, Rivers State, Plateau State, I cannot tell you how many states heard about what had happened in Oyo State and decided to take up their own Project Raise. And all across Nigeria, we started to see something that was happening that most people did not know where the cause of it was. We started to see an improvement in the number of students and the percentage of students passing NECO. And people did not know why. I don't think it is me, because I think it is the teachers, it is the students, it is the commitment, just like the beautiful, amazing young leader that just spoke now. They were the ones that took that decision. But my message to you is that the little thing you are doing today is changing the world. But you may not yet know it. I just came to encourage you. Can you please tell the person next to you, please be encouraged. The little thing you are doing today, the little one you are taking care of, is changing the world. Please be encouraged. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me close. Last week, Tuesday, I had such a humbling day. I had the joy of being the father of a valedictorian, of my child was having a valedictory service at the A-levels Christian pre-degree. But I had been invited as a special guest of honor. I was not the guest speaker. I was not the chairman of the occasion, but I was invited as a special guest of honor. Now, please understand, my child was one of the guys that was having valedictory service. So I would have been there anyway. They knew I would have come, but still decided that they wanted me to be a special guest of honor. So I went there and they put me on the high table. I didn't understand why. At the end of the valedictory presentation of all the prizes, they said they had one more prize to give out. And this was a special prize, not to a student, but to a parent. Okay? And then the director of the school stood up and said, this particular parent we're about to honor is being supportive of all the efforts we've made in this school, and da-da-da-da-da-da. But more importantly, this parent has had 3 children pass through our school. Each one of them at a level, just one level after the other. She said, but you are asking me, is it because he has 3 children that we are giving him this honor? He said, no. The reason why we are honoring him is that all his children were head boys. She said in 46 years of running this school, that has never happened before. That one child will be head boy of the high school and 2 children will be head boys of the A-level school back to back. And if anybody knows the way that head boys are chosen in Chrisland, it's not just the choice of a principal saying, make this one. It is the students that come together and nominate one of them and says, this one is going to be. Then the teachers vote. And tears are about to come out of my eyes when I'm watching this happen. They bring me up and present me with this very special plaque. And the lady said to me, I don't know how you are going to do it, but I wish that you could teach everyone how to be able to raise leaders. So I got back home, still very confused and humbled by the honor. And then my child came and just said, Dad, the director had asked me a question when she said to me, "You are head boy." She said, "Yes." "Your brother was head boy last session." She said, "Yes." "And the previous session, your brother was also head boy." She said, "Yes." She said, "What is it that your father does? Or your mother, what do your parents do?" I think she said. How many people would like to have an idea? Even me, I wanted to have an idea. So I asked my son, "I don't know. What do you think that we do?" If you wish to, write down what he said. The first thing that he said to me was, "Dad, from when we were children, you always told us that we are leaders. Not that we will be leaders, but that we are leaders. And you always challenged us to behave like the leaders we are. You didn't say we will become, you said we are, therefore we must behave like that." One of the things that you said, because I asked him, I said, "How did I define leadership to you? Because as a child, what do you tell a child leadership is?" He says, "Dad, I will never forget that you said leadership is the ability to know and do the right thing without waiting to be told." Well, the leadership expert for Nigeria and indeed Africa is here, Mr. Leadership himself, Niyi Adesonya. Please put your hands together. Niyi, Padini, Shemo, correct? Okay. So I didn't fall your hand. I've been teaching them. The next thing he said to me was that you made us commit to be leaders every day. I said, "How did I do that?" He said, "Immediately after our prayers, surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days when we are done. The next thing you say is you get us to recite the creed." Does anybody want to know what the creed sounds like? Well, the creed says, "I am an ambassador of a generation that is empowered, motivated, and stirred to operate with natural excellence. And this day, I hereby commit to live a lifestyle of leadership and excellence and to do all within my power to transform my country into a most desirable nation to live in. To this end, I will make a positive impact on everyone I meet and everywhere I go. Number 2, I will be a solution provider and not a part of the problem to be solved. Number 3, I will be a role model worthy of emulation. Number 4, I will be my best in all that I do, particularly the things I'm naturally good at. Number 5, I will do the right thing at all times, regardless of who is doing the wrong thing. Number 6, I will value time and make the best use of it. Number 7, I will care and show respect to all through my words and my action. Number 8, I will consciously build a great legacy starting now, today, and every day. Number 9, I will live a life of integrity and honor. And number 10, I will make my family, my nation, and my God proud." What most people did not realize was that apparently those 10 values was the first thing that we told every child that was on that Oyo State. Before we taught them anything about the principles of academic success, we first taught them about the principles of becoming a leader. We gave them a reason for wanting to live and lead. And then made them understand that academic success was also going to be one of the tools they will require to be able to do it. Anambra State government heard about this thing and adopted the 10 values. As I drop the mic, you will hear the Commissioner for Anambra State share a very brief testimony with me about what the impact of those values had been. Hold on. So guys, listen to this. The last thing that he said to me was, "Dad, you didn't just teach us the values, you showed us the values." By this time, I'm sorry, but I have to confess, tears were already running down my eyes. My son said to me, "Dad, I think you were quick to learn that we would learn more from what we see than what you say. But we are happy that you said it, but we are happier that you made us say it." You see, your children will honor you because of what you said, but they will behave in the likelihood of what they say. So what I'm saying to you is this: no child is too young to begin to be told the values with which they will be able to live. And the reason why it's important for you to give children values is very simple. The world that your children and these young children will live in is a completely different world from the one that we are. So we will not be there, neither do we understand it. Statistics are there to show that in the next 50 years, over 50% of the careers in this world today will be obsolete. And that the new careers that are going to come out, we don't even have an idea what they will be yet. So you cannot say that you are training a child to be an engineer. Because in the next 50 years, we don't even know what engineering is going to be like. Does anybody understand where I'm coming from? The one thing we know will never change is a value system. A value system that helps those children to know what is right from what is wrong and to choose what is right over what is wrong. When you were growing up, we didn't hear conversations around ABCD. You know what I mean? LGBT, IQ, A, and we didn't hear any of those things. We don't know what is right and what is wrong. But if you put the right values in your children, they will know what to do. Does anybody understand me? We don't know what it is that artificial intelligence is going to do. In the next few years, there may not be any need for drivers because cars are going to drive safer than human beings. Which means that even if you now know how to drive, it's a useless skill. I'm not talking about being a driver. You knowing how to drive can be a useless skill. Because there is no steering wheel for you. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? All you are able to do is to program the destination into the computer on your phone, and your car will take you there. We don't know what the future is, but we know who holds the future, and we know the values that that personality, that God that created us all holds. So, as I go, I want you to please remain encouraged. It is the only thing I came to do. I came to encourage my sister Caroline and thank her for the work that she's doing. I came to encourage everyone who came here to support her and thank you for the great support that you've given. But I also came here to encourage each and every one of you to say the work that you are doing is not in vain. But the only way that you can make sure that the children you are taking care of today will be old enough to take care of themselves in 20 years and will be old enough to take care of you in the next 40 or 60 years. The only way you can do it is to give them something that cannot change. Give them something that cannot expire, and that is your values. Make sure that your children are able to recite those values, and they are never too young to do so. My youngest child today started reciting those values in 2007, and at that time he was 2 years old. Because his brothers are 2 years older than him, and they were reciting it from 2007. Every day. And it's what has shaped their behavior. And I want you to hear, as I close, how it shapes the behavior of Anambra State students. Many of us have heard how Anambra State went to become #1 in the ranking of students on performance of NECO and WAEC. Well, maybe you can hear a little bit of the secrets behind it. It's also the values. So, please stay encouraged. God bless you. God honor you. Your hands will not go weary. Your hearts will remain strong. You will be a role model amongst your own peers. And you will remain a role model for the children that you are raising. Beyond your own children alone, many children will come and bless you. When they are writing the stories of their greatness, your name will not be missing from their book because of the love and care and the values that you have given to them. May God bless you. May God bless the works of your hands. And may God bless our great country, Nigeria. Please listen to this short video, and thank you very much for your time.
And we agreed on the 10 shared values. I want to tell that we've we've done a lot with those values. Number one of the things we started doing was to begin to change the psyche of our children about who they are. They have to believe in themselves. Of course, you know that one of the greatest challenges we've had in the educational sector is the so-called miracle centers and magic centers. His Excellency told the kids, I want you to give us value-based education. And therefore we started with those 10 shared values. And our children all over, whether in the public or private schools, can recite those shared values, not just reciting them. It's living them out.
Oh, wow.
When, for example, they go for competition, we simply tell them that you have to make your family, your state, your nation, and your God proud.
Oh, wow.
And they have gone out there to win laurels.
Oh, wow.
If there's any time they are late or they, I said, we value time and make the basis of it. Consciously build a great legacy starting from now to there and every day. To live a life of integrity and honor. Starting from number one, where we say to make a positive impact on everyone I meet and anywhere I go. To be a solution provider and not a part of the problem to be solved. To be a role model, word of emulation. To be my best in all I do, particularly the things I'm trying with us. And so on and so forth. So it has worked like magic. It has worked like magic. We've gone beyond that to also construct our education anthem. Because it's what we've learned from all the things we've done. Where we tell our children, say no to examination malpractice, say no to miracle centers, say no to indiscipline, convert our shared values and not rest of it. And I must tell you, it has worked like magic. Go to the remote test part of Anambra State. This text that can be us witness. The children will recite that with vigor. And that is something we need to thank you and thank His Excellency, because at the first retreat we had 4 years ago, it has worked like magic for us. And it has continued to have that impact on our children. I must tell you, Your Excellency, you recall that in the last ESCO we had, Professor Rasgo told you that the examination we took and the teachers who supervised them were not our own teachers. They were lecturers from university and everywhere. And not a single examination malpractice. And in 2016 November, Waye wrote us a letter, what I call my letter of joy, for credible conduct of Waye examination in Anambra State. And so it's worked like magic. And we'll continue to build on that. We continue to build on that. Because what is important for us is that our children can have certificate that they can defend, and that they can, and they're able to know that they are whom are what their number, the light of the nation. Thank you very much.